Hi, Rupert.
Hi, Pia.
So I want to check my understanding. Many years ago, I read this, one of some sage, I can't remember his name, you probably know it better than I do. And someone goes and asks him a question about what's life or the meaning of life, and he puts his head into a pool of something, and this guy sees himself getting married, falling in love, having children, then something happens, a war breaks out, his wife and children die, and he's crying, and he pulls his head out. And he says, "What are you crying about?" And not only does nothing exist, nothing ever happened.
Sorry, what was the question, Pia?
So not only does nothing exist, nothing actually ever happened. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the two go together. If nothing exists, there's no question of anything happening. Yeah, so nothing ever happens. When we're up in the clouds, yeah, nothing ever happens. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing ever happens for the one infinite reality. Things seem to happen for the finite mind. And you get a taste of this, Pia, when you fall asleep at night. You glance at your clock, your alarm clock by your bed just before you fall asleep, and it's 11 o'clock. And you fall asleep, and you have a dream, and you go back to India. You spend 5 weeks watching cricket. England retain the Ashes and bring them home. And you commiserate with your family. And then you come back to England, you go to work in the bank the next morning. And then you meet this lovely young man in the bank, and you fall in love, and you go out for dinner. I won't elaborate the story, but then you wake up. You look at your clock, and it's 1 minute past 11. What really happened? Did anything really happen at a more relative level? So you get a taste. I remember I had an elderly friend years ago. He died many years ago, but he was dying, and I asked him, what's it like looking back on your life now? As you prepare to die, he just said, I look back on my life, it's like a dream. It's just like a dream. He was having a foretaste of this. Being remains untouched. Nothing ever happened to being. Nothing touched it. It touched everything, but nothing touched it. It's still pristine, luminous, free, empty, aware. It's never been tarnished by experience, never been hurt. It's never aged, never changed. He was having as his experience fell away, being began to shine more and more brightly in his experience, and its changelessness just impressed itself upon him. Everything else was like a dream in comparison to that. Previously he thought that his life was substantial and being was insubstantial. Now there's this exchange. Being was being magnified in his experience, and he felt that this was the one really substantial element of my experience, and my life was just like a dream. That it's in this context that it is said nothing ever happens.
Thank you.